Tate, now known globally as a controversial self-help influencer, has millions of followers on Twitter. Since his arrest, his account has remained active, even sending out a message about his arrest. A tweet written on January 7th reads, quote, "Going to jail when guilty of a crime is the life story of a criminal. Going to jail when completely innocent is the story of a hero."
They say that I'm on the road, maybe I just lost control. These nights keep on taking toll. Find me out here on my own. You keep blowing up my phone. Maybe I just lost control. These nights keep on taking toll. On my own. They say that I'm on the road. Lost control. These nights keep on taking toll. Find me out here on my own. You keep blowing up my phone. Lost control. These nights keep on taking toll. On my own.
So right into next things, which you need to master to live happy and fulfilled life and be whole as a man. I believe that the biggest privilege of modern age man is freedom of movement. We can go literally anywhere, anytime, and if individual is actually healthy, he can just buy plane tickets to any place and orders in seconds. What we need to do to improve this area of life is to obtain as many driving licenses as possible. For me this was one of my biggest struggles, but now I see that having a driving license is one of the keys to freedom, because it allows you to move to the ground literally anywhere, which brings endless opportunities.
Find a way to let me down slowly. A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, 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 let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down.
Another huge privilege which we now possess is freedom of speech, which means that you don't have to blindly follow mass media to obtain the information. People are a new way of news, and you need to learn how to use places like Twitter, Quora, Reddit, YouTube, where you can find literally solutions to any problems and all the information or community of people with the same interest. I strongly suggest anyone to abandon and not take any mass media seriously. Just listen to this interview with Musk on BBC. On this example, you can clearly see that the reporters usually don't have any clue what they are talking about, and they just want to use some smoke and mirrors to gain as much viewers as possible.
We've spoken to people very recently who were involved in moderation, and they just say there's not enough people to police this stuff, particularly around hate speech in the company. Is that something that you want to address?
What hate speech are you talking about? I mean, you use Twitter.
Right.
Do you see a rise in hate speech?
I mean,
But just a personal anecdote, like what do you? I don't.
Personally, for you, I would see I get more of that kind of content. Yeah, personally.
That's why I'm asking for examples. Can you name one example?
I honestly don't use. Honestly, I
you
don't.
Can't name a single example.
I'll tell you why. Because I don't actually use that for you feed anymore, because I just don't particularly like it. I only look at my following.
You said you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example, not even one.
I'm not sure I've used that feed for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and
how did you see the hateful content?
Because I've been using Twitter since you've taken it over for the last 6 months.
Okay, so then you must have at some point seen for you hateful content. I'm asking for one example.
Right.
And you can't give a single one.
And I'm saying
then I say, sir, that you don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Yes, because you can't give me a single example of hateful content, not even one tweet, and yet you claimed that the hateful content was high.
Well,
that's false. People will say all sorts of nonsense. I'm literally asking for a single example, and you can't name one.
Right, and as I've already said, I don't use that feed. But
then how would you know that?
I don't think this is getting anywhere.
You literally said you experienced more hateful content, and then couldn't name a single example.
Right, and as I said,
that's absurd.
I haven't actually looked at that feed.
Then how would you know this hateful content?
Because I'm saying that's what I saw a few weeks ago. I can't give you an exact example. Let's move on. We only have a certain amount of time. COVID misinformation.
Yeah, I mean the media are basically a joke, and they always have been. So let's move on to the next topic. Other areas of life are habits. Things which you need to do on a daily basis, which determine the course of your future. Take action now. So, 9th March, after 2 months of my world-conquering adventures in Morocco, France, USA, UK and Mexico, I came back home to Germany. In 20 days, until end of the month, I managed to work 200 plus hours in my slave job, buy a new registered car, hit the gym every day, join the real world and spend 3 hours every day learning new skills and investing. attempt to change my driving license for German one, make couple of months of income on CryptoPump, record 4 episodes of podcast and much more. Like Tate said, you can't be depressed if you are doing something non-stop. I have unlimited energy and healing ability, and I believe I can do anything which I put my mind into, but I don't do it to work non-stop, I do it so one time in the future I will have more free time and have luxury of spending more time with my family or performing my hobbies. Thanks to everyone who is reading this. And this is kind of my normal life, where I am extremely hyperproductive, and this is possible only because of my daily habits which I'm performing every day. They may not make sense on the daily basis, but on the bigger scale they are bringing me improvements to my life and success. And this is power of daily habits and discipline. So this is something which I wrote a while ago on habits, but it's so true even now, and I'm so happy that I found this post. How to win in life and conquer your demons. All human needs activities and habits in life too. Make money, keep you healthy, self and life improvement, keep you creative, socializing, leave your golden cage and comfort zone, and relax. Now in the past and in the future, periods in your life where you was not doing one of these things or did not have it, you just fucked up. Think about it when you finish reading. You need habits in your life on daily basis which makes you money. For example, job, budgeting, business, saving, investing, skills with money in general. Habits which keeps you healthy, sports, mobility, diet on point, self and life improvement, increasing your value over time, new things, new skills, experiences, etc. Focus on leveling up your life and style and personality, keeping you creative, anything where you bring your voice to life. Socializing, sharing your life with other human beings in any way, on internet, at work, etc. Leave your golden cage and comfort zone. Challenging yourself to climb new mountains, but after each mountain there will be new mountains to climb. Now think about it, basically all human activities can be divided in those categories. If you willingly choose to ignore or not focus on one of them, you will be fucked up. Not making money, enjoy your life as homeless. Not doing sports and taking care of your health, enjoy dying by heart attack and looking like useless fat piece of shit while you live. But you would not enjoy it very much because your dick won't work after you are 25, so not learning or improving yourself. Enjoy being replaced at your dead-end job by kids from fucking Syria and taking over your country, making 10 times more money than you because they work 1,000 times harder than you and become more valuable for the system and more than you, not creating any value or any legacy. Enjoy living meaningless, empty, selfish life without providing any value to the world and being perfect consumer. After you die, there will be no great unique legacy after you. You are just another replaceable robot. No socializing, staying home all day long with zero friends, none of the colleagues like you, you have no one to talk to, no wonder you are thinking about killing yourself every day, and living with chronic depression. Not willing to leave your cage for an adventure, enjoy living it the same day for the rest of your life, stuck in the time loop, no wonder you don't have any unique personality. Working 7 days, 16 hours a week, and they still call you lucky? Not likely, G. You are just fucking slave, nothing, zero piece of dirt. You don't matter. That's how you feel when you only work like a robot without spending good quality time doing things which you actually want to do, but not forced to do. See, so if you are not doing any of these habits which I broke down to you before, you are ending up like this, you are ending on this pathway, on this killing spiral which is leading nowhere. Example of activity, sex. It's fulfilling habits number 2, 5, 4, 6, 3, 1, 7. Keeps you healthy, keeps you social, keeps you creative. You have to leave your comfort zone to get it. You have to learn new things to satisfy your partner. In some cases you can get paid for it. You probably enjoy it. See, basically everything which humans can do is one or more of these categories. Striving to be constantly better at all of them while dividing your time and energy between them is the best way to live your life. You need to be whole, you need to be complete to feel satisfied. It's not possible to focus on one of these and forget about the rest. It never worked and never will. Split your time between them depending on your priorities. This is how depression and anxiety is created when you see that you are really behind in some areas of life. Everyone has different means of doing these things. Each time you are not focusing on some of these points, you become fucked up, depressed, anxious, sad, unhappy, because you don't live up to your true potential and get stuck at one place without improvement. We all have been dealt with some cards, and through life came around different circumstances. But these are things which we cannot change. We only can change what our current situation is. If the world were to end tomorrow, I wouldn't cry or go crazy because there is nothing I can do about it. I would simply enjoy the last seconds. Do you get my point? We have to play with what we get, but if you stop playing one of these parts, you will become fucked up. We can't all be the same in all of these things. It's not possible, because every human being is different and has different priorities, etc. But imagine yourself like an RPG character where you start with this stats: 0 money skills, 0 materials, wealth, 0 social skills, 0 relaxing, 0 fitness, 0 knowledge or experience. Of course, some people are gonna start with something else, etc. Good genetics, better country, rich parents. But 90% of people start from 0 at some of these habits. If person choose to decide most of his time, effort and energy to these activities, 90% relaxing and 10% making money, this is for fucked up, catastrophic life. You can imagine what kind of person this is. Useless couch potato. You can imagine what kind of person is this. Other example of dedication, time and effort would be like this: 30% money, 15% self-improvement, 15% socializing, 10% fitness, 10% creative things, 10% living comfort zone, 10% relaxing. This is the recipe for fulfilled and good life. It's just about time management and focusing your energy and efforts to do right things. Now imagine that both people would invest their time and effort like this for 5 years. Who would you think would have a better life, and who do you think would become sad and depressed? Key to fulfilled life is balance, hard work and non-stop journey to become a better person. Ask yourself, what do you do to fulfill your needs on each of these points? If you find somewhere a blank space, think of what you can start doing and keep doing it. If you come all the way, here, congratulations. Now you have a better understanding of how life or how to live your life than 90% of the population. Reasons why I write this is the reason why I'm making and posting these videos here and on YouTube, because it's one of the parts of what I'm doing to fulfill my creative, socializing, money making and relaxing need. My mind has a need to visualize and freeze in time certain thoughts, experiences and opinions. And you could buy me a coffee for sharing my creative parts with you. It will be also fulfill money making needs, which would be amazing. So enjoy my videos. And one more thing, never compare yourself to others. You don't know them, they don't matter. If some guy from Instagram has a hot bitch and new car, how does it affect your life? It doesn't. Focus only on leveling up yourself and your life. Focus on progress, and if you are getting better, you can be proud. Materialism and why being minimalistic is most fulfilling and effective way to live. Do you see that manager, the CEO of that company? Guess what? He is employed just like you. Without his job, he is no one. He was programmed to perform certain tasks for a certain period of time each and every day, in exchange for wage. These tasks may be more complicated or complex, but he is still just a slave for someone else. He is not building anything, he is just using what was already built by people smarter than him. Think about your boss this way. Having luxury cars, house, watches, and all that shit leads to nowhere. It only leads to shallow and unfulfilled existence where the cost of maintaining that lifestyles become extremely high. Basically each thing which he owns also him. He also have to pay the cost to maintain it. Because of this, people who are truly free are people who don't invest into consumerism things but into assets which will generate cash or appreciate in value over time. That's the point of making. What's the point of making 20k a month if by the end of the month you are only left with 1k to invest? What if you were to make 3k and live extremely frugally and you invest 2k a month? In a few years you would outperform your boss by years on the wealth creation scale. Power is in owning only things which you truly need and which add value to your life, nothing else. When we tell people we plan to retire in our 30s, we get funny looks. What if your plan doesn't work and you need to go back to work? That would mean our worst case scenario is the same as most people's everyday situation. The fun part, they don't even realize it. Old status symbols. Big house, expensive car, designer clothes and watches. New status symbols. Time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom. This is real wealth, not materialistic stuff to impress people you don't even like. Free yourself. You are born looking like your mom and dad, but you die looking like your decisions. Your life is a result of decisions you make, not what you are born with. Don't mess it up. You struggle towards your goals for years. People think you are crazy. Then, 1 year you break through, and then they call you lucky. That's how success works. You want to make money to buy flashy things to impress people you don't even like. I want to make money to save all the people I love from dystopian future that awaits humanity. We are not the same. What is the point of having nice car if you only use it to drive to your cubicle? What's the point of having a big house if you only use it for sleeping? What is the point of having a family if you are always busy? Time is what you need. Money means nothing without it. A man who chases many rabbits catches none. What the fuck are you doing with your life? I'm on vacation right now, back in my hometown for a wedding of one of my closest friends. It always has been a grand reminder of my progress and ambition. To see all my old friends gaining weight, working the job they hate, settling down for a 9 to 5, while I am traversing to the unknown, discovering, traveling, getting fit, building businesses, constantly growing and improving, never stagnating. Everyone is asleep right now, after our night out. I am the only one working, because that's all I know. That's the only way we can escape, to outwork everyone else. In the startup world, if you're not growing, you're failing. You can never be stagnant. Progress is going flat is just as bad, if not worse, as progress going down. If shit is going down, you at least know you need to fix something from the most basic human instinct. But when it's flat, our retarded monkey brain says, well, at least it's not going down. Complacency. Complacency is the enemy of the progress. What the fuck are you doing with your life? Why are you complacent? You should be pissed if today you did not make more progress than yesterday. We are on exponential growth path. Any day that is flat destroys exponential progress. Technically I'm broke compared to my friends putting 1k in his savings account each month, while I constantly funnel my money into more progress. But in 5 years I will have an empire and we will have a larger savings account. Which one do you want? Do you want to be the one flying into town where everyone can't believe your success story and the crazy shit you put yourself through? Or the one who never left and talks about his next vacation like it's the only thing which he is looking forward to? Let's conquer this. Bitch.